we will conduct interview session for my subject, which is dakwah and leadership. The question is about the survey to asking about Islam. So I will have 2 interview sessions. The first one with my non-Muslim friend. His name is Bima Raj, my friend since primary school, and we will have online interview since he at Bangi right now and I'm at Johor. We will use the platform either Zoom or Google Meet. So we will see after this. Then the second interview session, I will interview my students, which are ex-students SMK Seri Pulau Perdana. They all have finished their SPM last year, and then I also ask them about Islam. And my 2 students, Muslim students, and I will ask them about their life, which are maybe 2 of them have been asked from their non-Muslim friend about Islam. And then maybe they have a discussion, so we want to know about that. InsyaAllah, the objective for this interview session is we want to know about Islam from the Muslim perspective and non-Muslim perspective. This only for the assignment actually. So I hope this interview session will not create any sentimental or sensitive issues. We learn from this interview session, insyaAllah. Actually, this interview session is for the group assignment. My friend is Khairul Adlan bin Idrus, Luqmanul Hakim bin Muhammad Nazri, and Amirul Husni bin Jasmi. Okay, so I'm in charge for this interview session, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Okay, thank you. Aha, sorry for the technical problem. This video is actually have the voice. Unfortunately, early part for this video is mute because some technical issues. So I will tell you the early part is about Brother Vimal introduce himself. So I will introduce. His name is Bima Raj, anak lelaki Vivekananda, recently graduated from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. He did his bachelor in psychology and he currently working with CIMB in learning and development. He is Hindu and actually he is my friend since primary school. I hope you all enjoy this interview session about discussion on Islam. So I will start for the first question. Okay, Bima, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. The first question is, do you have any Muslim friend? Have you ever talked or discussed about Islam with your Muslim friend? If yes, tell me when and how the discussion. Okay.
Alright, as what Nakib said earlier, like I'm one of his best friends, and it goes in the same way around that. I have a lot of Muslim friends, and to be honest, that my circle of friends, a lot of more coming from Muslim religion compared to Hindu or Buddhism or any other religions. So yeah, I went for SK, Sekolah Kebangsaan. So from there, I managed to make a lot of Malay Muslim friends. From there, our relationships went along until now. Like I still have friends who have been friends since my primary school, and yeah, of course, my thought has been brought that I want to discuss about Muslims, not only Muslim particularly, but any other religions. But yeah, having the background and being in a circle of a lot of Muslim friends, I always ask them like a lot of questions, like where is this Muslim concept comes from, who is Nabi, who is Allah, and where is all the concepts come. And yeah, to be honest, I also have practiced a few of the elements, few of the concepts coming from Islam. And I also have been fasting with them when I was standard 4, like 10 years old. And I think following that until my Form 5, I've been like fasting with some of my Muslim friends.
Amazing!
Oh, you're fasting. With who? I know
Come again?
that with who you're fasting?
A lot of my Muslim friends, mostly the guys, like Nakib is one of them. Nakib, Shafiq, Nashwan, Aim, Izuddin, Amir Hakim, Arif, Ashraf. That's quite a number of people.
Okay. So good. It's a very good discussion. Okay. We'll go to the second question. Is how far do you know about Islam?
human, I really can't say like how far I know about Islam, but yes, I've acquired a few knowledges that I mean, of course, one is through our history subjects that how Islam has been formed, has been identified, has been grouped. But even before that, I always get these knowledges from my circle of friends that what is Sunnah, where is Nabi come from, and then about Murim, about Maram, about Halal, Haram, and why the food is considered haram, how the food is considered halal, and there are a few more things.
Yeah, it's good one. You know about the halal haram. So we will continue to the third question is what is the difference between your current religion and Islam based on your own personal perspective?
Um, okay, to be honest, I don't see much difference in not only in my religions, Hindu or like Islam, but any other religions because I feel like at the end, the okay, not to say outcome, but the motive of what our religion is enforcing or leading us to be one, like to be a good human in this world. Second, for care for others. Third,
Yes.
as long as our mind is clean and we have a good intention, it's good enough. You know, you don't have to form the feel of jealousy, envy, uh, the evil thoughts towards the others, regardless of what religion they comes from. As long as you enforce that yourself, that is what your religion exactly teaching you.
Yes.
I mean, if you see in Al Quran, you see in Bible, you see in Vedas, you see in even Jews, even you see in Torah, everything is
Yes.
teaching the same. It just probably the wordings, the concept might be looks different, but I think in the background the intention is the same. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree with me? If I say that religion is the guideline of the way of the life.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Religion is for me. Religion is a guideline in your daily life, like
Yes.
what you can do, what you cannot do. It's the do's and don'ts. And of course, like I see the difference. Like for example, in Islam, they believe that when someone passed away, there's no reborn again. That is their only one life. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. But in some other religions, they believe that they will go for seven rebirth. Like it will come in cycles. So if let's say now they are human, probably before this they would be in any other form. And if they passed away, they might come in another form. Let's say in Hindu, like if they don't achieve the moksha, they
Yeah.
might come in another form, or they might not know. It's all based on their karma and deeds.
Yeah. Samsara.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned about that. That's all. The basic of the Hinduism. So yes, I agree with your personal perspective that the religion is what the guideline for our life. So the last question, okay, I like all your answers. It's very have more knowledge. Okay, the last question is so far. Can you tell me how about your life in this Islamic country? Uh, especially in Malaysia. What's good or what's not?
All right. So far in my life in this Islamic country, I'm not sure if we can call it as Islamic country as well because
Okay.
based on our persekutuan and other things, Malaysia is one of the Islamic countries, but it's not in the OIC thing or stuff.
Yes.
But I think for me, in my circle, my life is going well. Probably that is how I earn my friends, like circle of my friends. They are not being suppressed, they are not being oppressive, but we are on a very average, on a basic line. Even though I do have few friends coming from a very religious background, they are actually studying in religious background, but they don't like oppress or suppress it. But if you see in general, like politics, or when comes some individuals that really sensitive one, another one is they are very particular about religious things. That is where they come and push their thoughts on the others. So maybe in my childhood time, yes, I often face certain things that some people like. I mean, students or kids around my age, probably that time
Yeah.
we all are children, so we might not have the correct understanding of how we portray. But yeah, of course, I have been called with the K word. I have been humiliated or embarrassed with my religion. Even though until now, like
Yeah.
I mean, I do have friends, so I practice this haram and halal concept. So regardless I'm with them or without them, I still know what is haram, what is halal, so I follow that. But then yeah, when I was kid, I always been called as that, oh, kau haram, kita orang halal, you know.
Yeah.
But now when I think that probably it's because like we are kids, we are maybe not be the matured line, but now we are matured. But even after matured, people still call that I can't say what you are. Like probably you are not following the guideline that what your religion is exactly teaching you. Regardless, wherever religions you are coming from. But yeah, coming back to your questions, on a particular note, yes, there are few people that sometimes in media we call them extremists.
Yeah.
When it comes to an extremist religious person, they start to enforce their thoughts on the other people, like not only within their religion but also people coming from other religions. So
Yeah.
that gives some kind of uncomfortable situation. Like you don't really get into that. That's the one I think sparked the issues. Like around the Malaysia, like probably we can see like one of the issue the Adib. But
Yeah.
Arwah Adib, he passed away. Like unfortunately, it happened in a Hindu temple, and he's coming from Malay Muslim background. So we don't see that as an accident, but it turned out to be something that religious and racial issue. Same goes around. I think until yesterday that accidents happen, and most of the accidents is because people are drunk, and of course those are drunk is the non-Malays or non-Islam, and who became the mangsa. The victims happen to be Malays or Malay Muslim. So that is where again another things happen. Like we don't see in the accident background, but we tend to go beyond that as though it is planned. But yeah, that is sometimes our public, on the second level of masyarakat, not go to the politicians, but the masyarakat has been influenced, I will say, that is how their mind has been cooked up. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you happy living in this country? Are you
Yeah,
comfortable?
if you ask me, happy, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
Okay. 10 minutes. So, thank you, Brother Vimal, for sharing your experience, your answers, and your opinions for this interview session. So, that's all from me. I would like to apologize if this question is very serious and sensitive,
No,
touch the sensitive issue, but it's okay. This objective for this interview session, for gaining knowledge from non-Muslim perspective also for about Islam. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Vimal. So I close
thank you.
my. Okay, okay. Alright. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nakib Ismail. I am students majoring in Islamic Education from Kuliah of Education IIUM Gombak. Okay, today we will have interview session with my two students from SMK Seri Perdana. By the way, both of these ex-students actually, because they have finished their SPM last year. Okay, this is Brother Hakimi, Brother Hakimi, and Brother Syarul. Okay, today we will ask 4 questions for this interview session. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Alright. Okay, so we will proceed to the first question. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, the first question is, if you have a non-Muslim friend, have you ever talked with them or discussed about Islam? So, if yes, tell me when and how the discussion. We will start with Brother Hakimi.
Okay, since your question is really interesting, so I have one friend from my high school. His name is we call Wong. Wong. So he very interesting about Islam story, and further too much, he always asks about the end of the world. So I'm more talking to him about end of the world with using an Al-Quran and Al-Sunnah. So not same as the other Chinese boys and or girls, because they interested to join with us. So The point is actually not Hong only. There are a lot of people want to know about Islam. Yeah, Hong is one of my friend and he talk about end of the world. I don't know why, because he's maybe very interesting or only that. So yeah, that's only.
Okay. Okay, how about from Brother Sharul?
Okay, I've been asked about Islam from my non-Muslim friends since primary school. I have one Christian friend. He's an Indian, but the religious is Christian. I told him, "Do you believe in one God?" "Yes." "Do you believe that Jesus is not the God's sons?" And he said, "I don't know, but maybe I will consider to answer it later after I got the answers." I said, "Okay, I will wait for that." And until now, he didn't answer that questions. Maybe because he forgot about it. And then the second time I've been asked is at my high school. That time I was sitting in my class besides a Chinese, and he asked me a little bit about Islam. I said, okay, I will tell him about the Prophet's ethic. As we know, the Prophet is Siddiq, Amanah, Fatonah and Tabligh. And I elaborate all the points I've given to him, and he said, "Oh, so that is how your Prophet works." And I said, "Yes, that is how Islam spread." I think that's all. I didn't remember all of the question, but maybe that's the only thing I remember. I think that's all for me.
Okay, nice. I love hear the discussion from Brother Hakimi and Brother Sharul. So we'll proceed to the next question. So this is very easy question. So how far do you know about Islam? Okay, we start with Brother Hakimi.
How far I would know about Islam? How to say? So actually we are same person. We are normal person. So about Islam, I know Islam more to peace. To peace, no war, no much of something like to attacking each other. Because as we know, like United States are really crowded with military. But if Islamic is more to peace and war. So for me, how much I know about Islam, it's a very wonderful actually. A really wonderful religions and a peace lah.
Right? Okay, how about Brother Sharul? How far you know about Islam?
How far did I know about Islam? I cannot tell very specific about how I know about Islam, but I can tell that in our world right now, Western people always comparing Islam with their religion. They say that their religion is better, and they say that Islam is a terrorist religion who always kills each other and kills who don't believe in Islam. I don't think that is correct. Like Brother Hakimi said, Islam is peace. When you see at the media, they say that Islam people attacking others in 9/11 tragedy, I think that is not a true Islam criteria. I think that they are confused about the real Islam. If we look in the Al-Quran, I have listened to the Dr. Zakir Naik speech. Islam is about peace. We didn't compare our religion with others, but we will not critique their beliefs. And besides that, I think Islam a peaceful religion because we treat each other equally. Even you are a rich man or poor, we treat each other equally. We will not critique each other. Next, Islam is a very peaceful and friendly religion because we will treat each other equally. Even you are a rich guy or you are a poor guy, we'll treat each other equally. We will not downgrade each other. Because you are poor, we will not downgrade you. That's all.
Okay, nice. Okay, where Brother Hakimi? Okay, there he is. Okay, so we proceed to the third question, which is, what is difference between Islam and other religion based your own personal perspective? Okay, we start with Brother Hakimi.
Actually, there are not a lot of comparison between Islam and other religion because there are certain that pray, they have their own way, right? But for me, for my personal, the difference between Islam and other religion is it's not all religion, but there are some religion that make some of thing like extreme thing, like killing cow, like that. They have their own religion, they are being extreme. Actually, we all had the same thing. We are pray, we have a God, we have the end of the world, right? So actually it's the same, but they only have some religion that doing an extreme thing. As a Muslim is actually is haram using a tattoo. Islam is easy, right? So maybe other religion thinks that doing something like extreme is their way. So for me, not a lot are different between Islam and other religions. So that's all.
Okay, how about Brother Syarul?
Okay, for me that people always say that Islam and other religion is the same, but I think it's not. It's about how we see Islam. For me, I think that all the religions is come from Islam. If you look at Christian, I always say about Christian because most of my friend is Christian. If you look at the Christian, they believe in God, but they also believe that Jesus, or we call Nabi Isa, they say that Nabi Isa is the son of the God, but we believe that Nabi Isa is not. I think that's all from me. Okay, thank you.
Okay, alright. They give strong answers and fruitful answers for the question. We proceed to the last question. The question is the critical one. So far, can you tell me how about a non-Muslim life in this Islamic country? What's good and what's not? Okay, we start with Brother Hakimi.
So what's good, what's bad, right? So actually, we are in Malaysia, right? We like in one house. So actually, a good thing is we can help each other doing something work that we cannot do, like build something. Almost all of people in Malaysia know that Chinese is more doing in accountant, so we can help each other. When we live in one house, it's not mean you Indian, you will Indian, I'm Islam, you know Islam. No, when we live in one house, we must treat each other the same actually. The bad thing is when not all, but some of peoples that are doing something using their emotional, like want to be mad all the time. So they are good, they are bad. Not all bad, but some also bad.
Do you mean that they didn't respect their
Yeah,
friends?
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, how about Brother Syarul?
Okay, for me, living in Islam country, I think it was the best because Islam rules is better than any laws. We are the perfect one, but I don't think if we use the law for the non-Muslim, they will respect us very well because they don't know about Islam too much. But if we slowly use it, they will agree with the law. I think that's all.
Okay, nice. So, Alhamdulillah, we have done asking 4 questions, very tough questions to them, and Alhamdulillah, they have done it perfectly with their strong and fruitful answers. So, Alhamdulillah. So that's all from me for this interview session. So thank you for Brother Hakimi and Brother Syarul for joining this interview session. From me and from my teammate also, we apologize if this interview session will come out with the sensitive issue or anything, because the objective for this interview session is just for gaining knowledge and the perspective from Muslim friend and non-Muslim friend. So that's all from me and from us. So thank you. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Third question is, what is the difference between your current religion? Wait. Yeah, tengah interview.
I'm ex-student from SNB Selangor and I will be continuing my study at UiTM Puncak Alam.
Peace.
Each other equal. Even though
Aku kat Taman U, dia tengah interview orang. Ya, buat assignment. Tengok kat mana?
Boleh pula member dia call.